Okay, this is a tutorial for the 3x3x9 type 1. And I personally think that I also have the 3x3x9 type 2, and I personally think this one's actually a little easier. It just looks a little more confusing, but I'll show you a tutorial for this one first. Okay, so for this particular puzzle, what you want to do is to reduce it first. So a lot of people call this a reduction method with other puzzles, so I'll just call it that too. And the first thing you want to reduce is the centers, these four. So all you want to do is to align these all into the same line so that you can actually connect them. Right now they are. And you also want all of these edge pieces in the way to be these types of pieces without a solid space, or else you still can't turn. So here's one like that. I'm going to replace it with this one. Just bring it up and replace it. 1, 2, 3. You need one more. Last one's right here. Take it up and replace it. So from here, I'm going to connect what I can. And here I have the purple salt and the orange salt. I just need the blue and green. Now to do this one, I have to make sure that the one I'm replacing is in the line of the same color. So right now, the green is across from the green. When I bring it up, it's going to be like that again. So from here, what I want to do is, if I bring it all the way up, then you notice how the purple and orange are flipped. So I just want to be able to flip this around like this and put it back. And that way you can solve all of them without messing anything up. So I've got my centers. These centers are already solid, so you don't have to worry about those. And next thing I want to do is to solve these. Just for these specific edge pieces, not the ones with the complete squares, just these. So for this one, I use the 5x5x5 method. And I tried to write an algorithm for this, except there's too many different possibilities for this one, for this specific move, so it's very difficult to do that. I'll just explain to you some of them as you do it. They're all very similar, so it shouldn't be too hard. So first, you want to get a centerpiece and an edge piece. You want to connect with it adjacent from it, along this line. So right here I have an orange and green and orange and green. You don't have to worry about it getting into the exact same spot, so this one flipped around at first. You can worry about that part later. So first I'm going to bring this one down here, connect them, and the next thing I want to do is to replace this with another edge piece. So, and since there are no other ones that are like this, without the squares, I'm going to have to take this one out and flip it around and put it back in. Also, while I'm doing that, this blue and purple piece will come up and connect with this blue and purple piece, which will help to solve it quicker. So first, I want to take it out in each direction. Take it out this way or this way. I'm going to take it out using the front face first. So take it out this way. And if I take it out using the front face, if I want to flip it around, I have to put it back in using the top face. So I'm going to move the top face over, bring this one up to where it was, and put it back in. Now that piece is in here. When I move it up, that blue and purple piece comes back up here. Okay, now the next thing, I have to do this again over and over again so I can finish solving these. Next, I want to put in the last blue and purple over here. So to do that, I need that up here. But I also need it onto the right side because I want to bring that one down to here to match it in the right direction. As I'm doing that, once I flip this around, this piece is going to be down here, and when I bring it back up, it'll be put in the right position. To show you what I mean, I'll just do that for you. But first, I had to flip this one around. So just take it out, and then put it back in using a different side. So now, the blue and purple is on the right side, and when I bring it down, it matches with the center. So first, I'm going to bring it down like that. Matches. Next, I have to take this out and replace it again. I'll take it out using the front face again, and now I'm going to put it in using the top face. Now when I bring it up, this blue and purple piece should match up in the correct order. So now I'm solved with this piece. And next I'm going to do the other piece. So this time I'm going to do the same thing using the green and orange, since this one's also in that checkered pattern. So again, I have to take this out and replace it first before I start that move, because this has to be on the right side to match up. So I'm going to take it out and replace it. Now when I bring it down, it's going to match up again. So after I bring it down, take it out. I'm going to use the front face again. So take it out, and then use the top face to put it back in. Bring it up, and this piece is solved. Now the last two pieces are these two. And if I do this one more time, everything else should be solved, at least for these edge pieces. So I'm going to do it again, match it up, take it out, put it back in using a different side. When I bring it back up, it matches. And also, there's another scenario where it looks like this. So, all of them are solved except for this one edge where they're in a checkered pattern. For that, you're going to use this algorithm, which should also be in the descriptions. The top one up here. So that's going to be in the descriptions. And what you want to do is the same exact algorithm. From here, what I mean by the R4 in this thing means 4 layers in. So like that. So for this one, I'm going to be using all R4s and L4s, meaning the ones right next to the center. So first, 2 R4s, and then 2 B, or 2 backs, 2 ups, L4, 2 ups, R4 inverted, 2 ups, R4, 2 ups, 2 fronts, R4, 2 fronts, L4 inverted, 2 backs, and 2 R4s. And that should solve it. So now I'm done with all of these. The next thing I want to do is to get all of the edge pieces with the squares. To do that, I have to first solve this puzzle somewhat like a normal 3x3x3, so that every single piece with a square in it is facing on either this or this side. It doesn't matter if the white piece is on the yellow side or the yellow piece is on the white side. I just have to have all the squares facing in the right direction. So I'm going to solve it like a 3x3x3 first. Then we'll flip these two around. And I'm assuming that if you attempt this puzzle, you should know how to do a 3x3x3. So I'm just going to do this one. And then I have to get the corners. So like that. So now, even if they're not all the right colors, they're all the squares facing on the right direction. And as you do that, as long as you solve like a normal 3x3x3, none of these should be messed up. Okay, next, I'm going to get all the edge pieces. So first find any edge piece on the top, and connect it with any other piece you can find that fits. So this green is already matched with the green. I need one more, like this. Now this is solved because it's yellow and everything here is green, these three. So I'm going to just replace this with one that's not solved, just so I don't mess this up again. And I'm going to do the same thing, match the purple, and now that I look around, there's no purple down here, so I want to take one from the bottom that's a purple in this spot, and it's not solved, like this. And take this one, put it up to the top, and then from here, I can match it up again. So there's no set algorithm for this part either. You just have to figure out exactly what you want and where to put it, as long as you're using the right pieces. So this part is solved. Again, find another piece that's not completely solved, like this one. Put it up to the top. For this one, I already had these two solved, so I want one on the top with a blue side. And there's one right here, so I can move that over, match it up, and then take another piece that's not solved and replace it. Now I'm going to do that again. I see that there's two oranges connected over here too, so I'm going to match that up like that, and take another one that's not solved and put it back up to the top. Another one, orange over here. So now I connected those. I'm going to take another one that's not solved, and in this case there isn't any that's not solved. But as you notice, there's these two that are solved and these two that aren't. In this case, what you want to do is to get both that are not solved and put them across from each other. So first I'll take this one, move it down to the bottom, move it over, and put it back up. That way all the squares are still facing in the right direction, and these two are directly opposite of each other. Next thing you want to do is to make sure that the two solved sides are the same color. That way when you go to spin this around to solve them, the two sides will still be solved. So I have an orange side here, so I'm just going to put another orange side here, using this one. So now these two opposite of each other are the same. These two opposite of each other are the exact opposites. So I'm going to rotate this around, and now all the edge pieces are solved. Next thing you want to do is to make sure that both sides over here are the same color. Since oranges are already like that, I want to put either green here or purple here. Since there's already purple here, I'll just move it up. And now they're opposites. Purple and purple, orange and orange. Now what I'm going to do is to solve all of the corner pieces. So again, you have to make sure all the squares are facing in the right directions. And you're going to connect them again. So I noticed that over here, you need a blue and orange, with the blue on the left, and there's a piece just like that right here, blue and orange. Now this one, you'd spin it 180 degrees, and because of how I set up the edge pieces, they're all still going to be solved. So in this case, you don't have to do much. And then I noticed that there's another blue and orange piece over here that has a blue on the left side, so I'm going to rotate this around twice again, and that piece is solved. So now I want to replace this with another piece, and looking around, I see that this piece is green and orange with green on the left side. Since there are no others down here like that, this is also green and orange, but with the orange on the left side, I'm going to take a corner piece from the bottom that has green and orange with the green on the right side, because when you flip it around, it'll be on the left. And I'm going to replace that corner piece, with the solved one, so I don't mess this one up anymore. And to do that without messing up the squares, I want to first put that piece directly under where I'm putting it, and from there, flip it around twice, then move this down this way, again, down, and now flip it twice and put it back up. Now that piece is officially up here, and the squares haven't changed. So now I can move this over again. Now that piece is completely solved as well. So look to see if there's anything else I need again. And over here, since there's already 2 purples and greens, I need a purple and green top piece. And over here, I found a purple and green that should match up correctly. So take this and move it over. I'm going to do the same thing again. Move this over twice. Now this piece is going to come down here, so match it up with the right edge piece. That. Now bring both of these out of the way. Move it down again. And then put it back up. Like that. And now I'm going to move it over, and that piece is also solved. But as you notice, this time I actually moved it only 90 degrees. So that means that next time when I go to put it back, I need to put in a piece that will probably fit with this piece. So this is another green and purple. And I have to find a green and purple top piece, like this one, that should work. And now I'm going to replace this with this piece the same way. And now I can move it back, and this piece is solved. Now, if I see that if I move it over, this piece is solved again. So next, I want to put any piece that is not solved and put it back up again, same way. Like that, and put it back. Now I'm seeing what else I need, and I'm going to first move it over here. This piece is solved. Well, actually now, since all the corners on the bottom, I can't use those anymore since they're all solved. And now I cannot do that anymore. So, because of this situation, I have to use this other algorithm, which I use for the 3x3x4 or the 3x3x2. There's also in my 3x3x4 tutorial, and what you're basically doing is just flipping 2 corner pieces. And when you're flipping them, the up can refer to the top layer, or the second to top layer, or the third to top layer, depending on exactly which layer you're working on. So first I'm going to work on the top layer to match it with the bottom. With the middle layer, actually. This one with this one. And first see which one needs to be replaced. I see right here, if I replace these two, then this one will be matched. So I'm going to replace these 2 pieces first. So I'm going to use the same algorithm. And in this case, because of the way the 3x3x4 and 3x3x2 works, the R's, which means right, and the S, which means fronts, will always be 180 degrees all the way around. And just in case I confuse you, I'll say R twice, just to make sure. So, from here you're going to do R twice, up, just the top layer, I'm only working on that. R twice, up inverted. R twice, front twice, up inverted. Front twice, down, and R twice. So that should solve this piece like that. And another thing you have to notice is when I was doing that, I moved the down piece over. So just to make sure you don't mess up anything afterwards, you have to make sure you put down back. Everything else is still the same down here. Okay, so now I've got that piece, and now I just have to flip these 3 pieces around. Now as I'm looking at it, I just have to flip these 2 pieces, and then these 2 pieces. So I'll start with this one, same move again. R twice, up, R twice, up inverted, R twice, front twice, up inverted, front twice, down, and R twice. Make sure you move the bottom back. So now these 2 are solved, and these 2 have to be flipped. Same thing again. R twice, up, R twice, up inverted, R twice, front twice, up inverted, front twice, down, R twice. I move the bottom back again. So now I'm done with the first 2 layers of the last corner pieces. And now I have to do the same exact thing with the bottoms. So this time when I say up, I'm going to refer to both layers at once. So looking at what I need to solve, I'm going to first replace these two. Replacing these two will solve the orange and blue. So first I'll do that, and making sure that up refers to the top two layers, and making sure that down refers to the bottom two layers as well. So from here, R twice, up, R twice, up inverted, R twice, front twice, up inverted, front twice, bottom or down, and R twice. Make sure you move the bottom back. And now this piece is solved. Everything else is the same. Next, I'm going to do these two pieces. That will solve the blue and purple. So, same move again. R twice, up, top two layers. R twice, up inverted. R twice, front twice, up inverted. Front twice, down, right twice. Move the bottom back. Now I just have to do this one more time to complete the reduction. So these two and these two. Again, same algorithm. R twice, up, R twice, up inverted, R twice, front twice, up inverted, front twice, down, and R twice. Move the bottom back. Now, as you can see, all the pieces are reduced and all of them looks exactly like a 3x3x3 now. So now you just have to solve like a normal 3x3x3, but depending on exactly how you want to solve it, these centers in the middle can be flipped around like that. So to avoid that happening, just make sure that all your edge pieces are in the right direction relative to the center. So right now they all are. They're all going in the same direction. So it shouldn't be a problem right now. So I'm going to solve all the white side first. Like that. Then take all the corners out and put it into the right places. I'm assuming you know how to do this, because you should know how to do a 3x3x3 if you're attempting this. So I've got my first layer. I need my second layer now. And then solve the top cross. And then position the corner pieces into the right places. And then rotate the corners. And that's how you solve the 3x3x9 type 1.